some other countries, I mean, from Brazil, where I'm from, we don't have a similar or analog type of format, just from the research standpoint. I just want to get your thoughts, and also if you can share. I mean, there's over 25 countries that listen to the podcast. Majority is US, Canada, Brazil, but just want to, if you can have a word of a device or what's been your experience, the impact to the industry from having pork checkoff and those things.
Yeah, so I think back I certainly am not a true historian of our organization, but it started with nickels for profit, back way back in the day. And there were a lot of pork producers that were passionate about increasing the demand for their product, right? And that's really why the National Pork Board was established. It was to increase that demand from our consumers, both domestic and international. And international is absolutely amazing, right? 26% of our pigs that we produce in the United States go elsewhere globally. So we are a critical country for providing protein globally, right? It goes all over the world. And over time, it's evolved to be more of to also include training and outreach component, or training and certification component for our producers, right? Pork quality assurance, PQA plus, trucker quality assurance, all of those things are certification programs that we have here that we've established. But then also to have a research arm, right, where we can really fund research, and approximately 10% of our producer dollars are invested in research programs here at the Pork Board. And really, I would credit Steve Pullman with changing the philosophy around the way that money is thought of, because he was a big proponent of a return on investment. And he says, surely you don't get 100% hit rate, right? But you would hope that somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or 40% of the projects that you fund are really, really good projects that give the producers really good information, right?
Right.
And then the others, those are sort of the home run type of things that we've talked about today. But there's a lot of hits that happen that just get producers on first base, right? And those are critically important in establishing the program. So he had this idea of investing producer dollars rather than spending producer dollars on research. And I would say that's a philosophical shift that I really appreciate that Dr. Pullman was instrumental in making in the way we view the way we fund research with producer dollars. We certainly are not the only organization globally. I know Australia has the Pork CRC, the Roger Johnson research that they manage. That is a wonderful program where there is a partnership, a true partnership between the producers and the Pork CRC, the federal government, to make this Pork CRC. There's sharing of funding support and decision-making around projects and that sort of thing. That's a great business model for doing kind of what we do here at the Pork Board.
Right.
Our neighbors to the north, Canada, they have a robust support program for their pork producers as well. And then I would say one of the things that we really that I'm appreciative of is working with our sister organizations, and that would be the National Pork Producers Council, as well as our state pork organizations, state or regional pork organizations. We have, I think, 43 state and regional pork organizations that we work with. And it's really nice for us because back in, I believe it was 2005, the Pork Producers Council and National Pork Board were split as two organizations. And they, council really takes care of all of our policy type of issues. And we're much more focused on the production, demand enhancement, international trade, those sorts of things. But we don't have to worry about the policy type of issues, and working with governmental organizations and that sort of thing is absolutely so more power to the Pork Producers Council for that.